So I thought I'd give you a quick update on the progress recently. We exchanged on the house yesterday, so tomorrow we get the keys. So it's all got a bit panicky with moving. I haven't got to do it all in a day. I've got a bit of time to get the workshop moved, but it's the end of this workshop. That can go and packed. Pretty much bare shelves. That's just stuff that's been put there. Airline off the wall. All the tools that hang on the wall are gone. All these boxes are just boxed, ready to go. They're just boxes of bits. Engines. I've had pretty much so everything that's left is either locos or big enough lumps, big enough boxes that it's pointless stacking them into bigger boxes still. Yeah, it's lathes all packed away. I still need to take the lathe off of the plinth, but it's ready. It's 4 bolts. I would say the mill, the drill and the lathe still need to be unwired from the wall because they're all on fuse spurs at the moment, which I intend it to be again once we're back in the other house. Although as a short-term measure we might end up with going back to a 13 amp plug and plugging them in if need be, if I suddenly have a need for things. I mean, the boiler for the Merchant Navy, haven't seen that for a while. It's been a bit buried. To be fair, the chassis has been a bit buried, but that's still a little bit buried. Yeah, it's almost depressing being out here, seeing how poor it is. But with the magic of editing, I suppose, we can now go and have a look around where it's going to go. I say that, obviously it's not tomorrow yet, so I don't know at this stage whether I'm going to get stuff moved before I get a chance to film a little tour, or if I'm going to be moving stuff, get it all in there, and then I'll give you a little tour around and show you where I'm moving into. But hang fire and I will show you. Here we are. First load of workshop stuff, second load for the house, and this is part of the workshop. And as I walk through, this is the other part of the workshop. So very happy with that. I'll give you a little show around the garden where the railway is probably going to go shortly. The first thing I've done to the house, just put a little screw above this window, so I can now say Tom's workshop has moved. So I'll come outside and here goes a little tour. I'm going to run around a little bit to show you what this railway could be. So there's the workshop. Intention is the track's going to come down under that tree, which has a tree house above it, and then we're going to go down the path here. There's a few gradients to worry about, but then come through into this part of the garden, following this line over here, and this pond I'm going to bridge across, put a cutting in the vegetation on the other side of that, and then come out the other side take a sweep around the back of the garden here. Head up the other side of the house. So you can see the house there. In actual fact, there is a step in the boundary over here. So, around about here is the edge of the boundary. So I'm intending to head up through the trees here. That will leave this area over here. So that could well become possibly a storage shed for stock, possibly a little shunting yard, or a combination of the both. I might put a little station in this area here, possibly just a single platform with a track down either side to begin with. We'll see. And as I say, it'll actually be behind the trees over there. The gate behind me. Work my way again, still behind the trees up here. You can see back there, there is a bit of a gap behind the trees to the fence. Plenty of space to get a track up. It just depends how many trees need to come out to facilitate it. I may well remove one tree around here, I don't know which one, to bring the track around between the trees. Head over here. The only reason for coming in before the trees end is that the ground seems to rise up a bit here. So rather than dig away all that to try and get behind, with the number of trees there, I might be going through roots and stuff. So if I can stay this side of the tree line here, over where the trampoline is, I will move the trampoline and head through over there. Mind, excuse the birds. And then that fence that looks over there, I'll put a gate in the middle of that, which will then become the way out through, and we're on the other side. In fact, under this sort of area could be a space for another bay platform, like a single platform with a track either side, to be as a sort of shunting, not shunting yard, a passing point. The intention being that just to try and maximise what I can do. So that's a little bit of what I might be able to achieve. So there you go. That's the vague idea at the moment. That's what I'd like to achieve. We'll see how it pans out. I don't know how well the space lends itself quite yet. There's a few vague gradients here and there. It might be that one direction is quite steep and the other direction's quite relaxed with a sudden downhill. We'll see. I'll have to do some proper surveying of it, but that's the plan. And having the two stations gives me the chance to run a single track line, but with two passing points, most likely with a token operation to start with, but that could develop to something more in the future, maybe some signalling and everything else, but keep it simple to start. That's the old KISS principle. Keep it simple to start, and we will see how we get on. So for the time being, I am pretty happy with what we've got here, and I can't wait to get started on it at some point. whether I try and put a complete loop in, front or back, in order to turn locos or do something. I don't know. It's first stage, get a loop. Second stage, passing points. Third stage, yard, shed. We'll see. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you like the idea of what I've come up with. If you've got any suggestions, please do let me know. Always willing to think of other ideas, take other ideas on. We'll just see how it works. We just need to do what we can do. Yeah, so really hope you keep watching, subscribe, keep up to date with the build, and we can work on it together and get there in the end. And if anyone's local to me in North Kent, more than welcome to come and get involved. Very appreciative if you do. So for now, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Well, I've got to say, that was hard work. I couldn't have done it without a great group of friends. And I have got no idea how all of this fitted in a single workshop before. But it's now time to start organising and setting up, and I'll go through all of that with you in the future. For now, I just need a break from moving, and we'll see what we can do. I need to start getting organised now. That's going to be fun.